Hey guys, what's going on and welcome to the video. Today's vehicle is an absolute blast from the past. 32 years to be exact. So today we're going to be working on a 1990 Mazda Miata. This thing came in need of some serious detail work. You guys can see by these before videos here, this thing is just caked in dirt, debris. It hasn't been cleaned in a really long time, so we're going to go ahead and hit the reset button on this car and get it looking as good as we possibly can. So as we were wrapping up our pre-detail inspection, we noticed that we had some furry little critters with us today, at least the remnants of them. You guys can see we got some sunflower seeds here and some trails all over the engine bay. So first thing we did was went ahead and cracked open this air box just to make sure there wasn't anything in there that wasn't supposed to be. And as you guys can see, that thing is clean as a whistle, so that's a good sign that they didn't get in there. Our client's biggest concern with this detail was going to be the paintwork. As you guys can see on that front bumper and the hood, it's super chalky, it's super faded, not much gloss to it. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing prepped and we're going to put it through our paint correction process. And we're going to reveal all that gloss and shine and make this car look as good as we possibly can. And of course that 90s retro vibe. Check out these flip up headlights we got here. I was so intrigued by them. As soon as we're done blowing out and vacuuming the interior, we move on to the engine bay here. So as you guys can see, we're using a degreaser here, as well as a variety of different brushes, a little bit of a different shape and size in each of them, just to allow us to get in different cracks and crevices of the engine bay. This process is actually pretty lengthy. We spend about 35 minutes with two people cleaning the engine bay, and then after we're done cleaning, we still have to come back, dry everything out, and then we also have to touch up the hoses and a couple other areas. And then we have to apply a dressing to it. So all in all, we spend about an hour and a half just on the engine bay alone. The owner of this vehicle did opt for a wheels off ceramic coating service, so that's why we did take the wheels off the vehicle, and we're gonna go ahead and deep clean them right now. And it's a really good thing he did, because if you guys look, once we flip the wheel around here, the back side of this wheel is absolutely covered in brake dust that there would be no way for us to get out if it was still on the vehicle. We even had to break out a little toothbrush here to get into the corners, just because it's been so long since the wheel has been cleaned. That brake dust starts to build up around the edges of the wheel, and it takes a lot of time and pretty stiff bristles to get it unlodged out of that wheel. As soon as Cole's done with the initial contact wash, that's only the first step of cleaning of the paint. So after that, we move into claying the vehicle. This is going to remove any rough texture that didn't come off during the wash. And then after we clay bar the vehicle, we'll actually spray a chemical on there to further decontaminate the paint. What this is going to do is melt any of the iron deposits that may be stuck into the paint. Might not even be visible to the eye, but it's going to melt it, and then we're going to rinse it all away. After Cole's done taping everything up, we're going to go ahead and inspect the entire vehicle to check the depth of the paint and to see how much we have to work with. This is a very important tool for us because it tells us exactly how much paint we have to work with. And as you guys can see here, this is a very low number. So if we would have went at this car with our normal plan of attack like we do on a new vehicle, we would have burnt right through this clear coat. That 2 number that you see there is very low. Typically a vehicle is about 4 to 6 mils thick, which is plenty to work with. As you guys can see though, this paint is super faded, swirled, scratched, and it does need a lot of work, but we obviously don't have enough material to work with on here. So this vehicle, or I guess I should say this detail, just turned from a take it back to perfection detail to more of a preservation detail. So we know after measuring that paint, we're not going to get all these swirls and scratches out, but we're going to be able to bring back great shine, and we're going to be able to protect it with a ceramic coating, but you're still going to have some swirls and scratches in there, just due to the fact that the paint is very thin to be. So way back in 1990, it was pretty common of them to use single stage paint, which is what's on this vehicle here. So that means that the base coat, which is the color, and the clear coat were mixed together and applied at the exact same time. Whereas nowadays, they apply the base coat, let it dry, and then they apply the clear coat. So what that means for us is that whenever we're polishing this vehicle, the color of the vehicle is actually going to be coming off onto the pad. With new vehicles, this doesn't happen, but what's going to happen to our pads is they're going to get really, really clogged up really fast. So after each pass that we make here, we have to go blow these pads out or exchange them for new ones in order to continue getting the same results throughout the entire car. You guys will see right here, though, just how red the pad gets. This pad used to be orange. Now it's pretty permanently dyed red. We have no idea what happened down here on this passenger side, but this scratch was going the entire length of the car. He didn't want to get it repainted, which would be the proper way to fix it, but didn't want to go that route. So we went ahead and got paint made from our buddy Justin down at Autoholics, and he did a perfect job getting that paint the exact color, and it looks a ton better than what it did before. So thank you, Justin. Easily the most rewarding part of the detail is applying the ceramic coating. So this is the final step of the detail after we get done polishing the paint, cleaning the interior. This is our last step. So you can see here Cole's applying it to the hood. What this is going to do is chemically bond with the vehicle's paint, and that's going to lock in all the work that we just did. It's also going to make it really, really easy for him to clean. These professional grade coatings last years as well, so this vehicle is going to look great for a really, really long time, and it's going to be super easy for the owner to maintain here on out. I think a really important lesson that we can take away from this vehicle, though, is the fact that not every vehicle can be made perfect. This is a 32-year-old vehicle, came into us with terrible swirls and scratches and oxidation on it. There just wasn't enough clear coat or paint to work with on this vehicle in order to get it back to that perfect state. But what we can do is preserve this vehicle, which is why I said we switched to a preservation detail as opposed to a perfection detail. So our goal with this was to make it really shiny and protect it. We didn't want to jeopardize the integrity of this clear coat. I'm sure we could have got a lot more of these scratches out, but then we're making the paint super thin, which, who knows, 5 years down the road, that might be an area where the paint might start to fail because we took too much off at this time. So this is where we called it and drew the line. I think the owner is going to be really happy, and I can't wait to deliver it to him. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video, a little bit more of a behind the scenes and kind of what goes into this level of detail. If you guys have a vehicle you're looking to get detailed, protected with a ceramic coating, or restored, you can contact us through any of the links below in the description, through our Instagram, Facebook, or through our website. If you guys like this style of video, be sure to drop a thumbs up down below, but we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.